Hi everybody, welcome to Some Farms, where we do some of this and some of that. I'm Heather, and today we are going to do a burdock tincture. Now I've already got it started, so we're going to finish it off. So to start a burdock tincture, it depends on if you have fresh roots or if you have dried roots. So for fresh roots, it's a 2-to-1 ratio, so 2 cups of vodka to 1 cup of fresh roots. And if you have dried, it's a 5-to-1 ratio, so it's 5 cups vodka and 1 cup roots. You obviously, just like any tincture, want to store it in a cool, dark place, and you're going to shake the jar every so often, when you think of it. Just give it a little shake. And it's going to infuse for at least 1 month, but ideally 3 to 4 months. So as you can see here, I labeled it, I started it December 2nd, and I did the normal standard time for tinctures, so technically it would have been finished about December 30th to February 24th. Today is March 11th, so technically it would be over the standard time. Now, does that mean it's not any good? Well, no, it's still good. Like I said, ideally 3 to 4 months, so I have all the way up until April to, finish that out. However, even if it wasn't that, it would still be fine. It just wouldn't, it stops infusing after, so long, after the max time. So it just won't get any, more infused from the roots. Some people I know even keep them like this until it's time to go. I wouldn't, but some people do. So now that we have that, we're going to put that in our jars, our little dropper bottles, same as we did the other kind. And again, I like these bottles off of Amazon. It includes the dropper. Alright. But first, we have to strain that out. So let's go ahead and strain that. So I have the strainer. These look like they're pretty big root chunks, so I think we'll be all set with that. If they were smaller pieces, I might want to throw a cheesecloth in there, but I think we'll be all set with that. And again, don't forget to compost these roots. Don't just toss them in your trash. Definitely use them to its max. I have to look if burdock is one of them, but I want to say just about all of them can even be tossed to your chickens too. Okay. And as you can see, it's all big pieces, so I don't need a cheesecloth. And now that we have it in there, we will go ahead and pour it into our dropper bottles. Carefully without spilling it. And again, you just need to lift this up a little bit because it creates an air pocket. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and finish filling these bottles up, and we will see. Oh, I forgot to look. We have, this made just over 2.5 cups of burdock tincture. However, I did not start with 5 cups of vodka. As you can see, the mason jar would have never held 5 cups of vodka and 1 cup of root. So I did ratio it down to fit, and I see that mason jar would have never held 5 cups of vodka and 1 cup of root. So I did ratio it down to fit, and I don't remember what I did all the way back in the beginning of December, but Alright, so let me go ahead and finish out these bottles and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, it actually made all 12 of the box of tinctures. And I still had some left over. Look, I still have about a cup of Burdock tincture left over that I'm out of jar or the little tincture bottles, so I'll probably end up just putting it back in the cleaned out jar for a while until I get more of these amber tincture bottles back in. But I got 12 ready to go. I do have a Etsy store that I have set up and am in the process of listing things on there. So these will be one of the things on there. So if you're interested, make sure you be on the lookout for that. The labels, I've been using the labels that come with the bottles that I order. I really need to do some printed ones, but as you can see, they're all labeled, and on the back here I do have a suggestion. Again, for legal purposes, I am not a doctor, I am not an herbalist, I have no medical license of any which kind, so please consult your own professional and do your own research. However, so Burdock is high in iron and it helps with liver function, digestion, and skin health. So that's just a suggestion for use. And again, you can look up the dosage too. Usually just a few drops in water, will do the trick. Now, Burdock is something that can grow here. It actually is pretty cold hardy. In fact, if I remember correctly, Burdock can be grown in zones 2 to 10, so I mean that's pretty broad range. So I really should consider growing some Burdock here, maybe next year, or maybe it'll be a last minute thing that I think of throwing in the medicinal garden. I don't know, we'll see. But definitely, think about growing Burdock too, so you can, use it in a tincture, and there's other uses and stuff you can use it for as well. I just happen to have it ready for a tincture. So I hope you enjoyed this video. So I will see you on the next video. Take care all. Bye.